Hello, and welcome to our DogBizPro help video series. In this video, we will be explaining how to create your own custom fields. Custom fields allow you to create your own fields inside of the software. You can then attach those fields to your own custom registration form. This would allow you to gather additional information right at the time the client first creates their account, or when they register for a specific service. To start, you would just want to navigate to your admin module by clicking on the module dropdown and selecting admin. Once inside, you would want to click on the Setup tab, Settings, and Custom Fields in order to be brought to your Custom Fields page. Once you're inside your Custom Fields page, you should be able to see all your currently created custom fields showing. Also, if you notice, there's actually two views inside of this page. Your Client Fields view will show all your custom client fields, whereas your Dog Fields view will show all your custom dog fields. So again, each view will show the appropriate fields inside. So if we were to switch back to the Client Fields view, we'd be able to see those custom client fields. Custom client fields are only able to be attached to custom client forms. And on the same note, custom dog fields are only able to be attached to custom dog forms. If you're wanting to edit an existing field, you can actually click on the field in question and open up that editing window. For already created custom fields, you can actually only change the name, the description, and the values. So if you wanted to make a name or description or value change, you could do that here. If you notice, you're unable to change the type after it has been created. So if you wanted to change the type for a custom field, you would actually have to remove that custom field and re-add it using a different type. Any changes I made inside this window, I could click Save in order to actually update those changes. If you actually wanted to create a brand new custom field, you can click on the New Custom Field button in order to actually open up your new custom field window. From inside of this custom field window, you'll be able to set up and create your own custom field. The first area showing inside of this window is the Assign To section. Here you're able to determine if this is going to be a custom client field or a custom dog field. So again, if you want this to be a client field, you would have the client radio button checked. If you wanted it to be a dog field, you would want to have the dog radio button checked. So just for this example, we'll leave the client field button checked. The next area showing inside of this window is the searchable checkbox. This checkbox will determine if you are able to search by this sign-up option inside of your working module Client or Dogs tab. If you do not have this checkbox checked, then this custom field would not be searchable and you could not view the search results based off this sign-up option. So again, if you're wanting to go inside of one of your working modules and actually search for the specific field from inside your Clients or Dogs tab, you would want to make sure that this searchable checkbox is checked. That would allow you to filter that client or dog search based off client responses to these custom fields. The next section showing inside of this window is the name text box. Here you're able to put the actual name of your custom field. So this is where you would put the actual question you are wanting to ask clients. So for example, you could put something like, "Is your dog aggressive?" So with that set as the name, if I had attached this to a custom form, this "Is your dog aggressive?" would be showing as a custom field on that form. The next area showing inside of this window is the type dropdown. Here you can determine the type of field you are actually creating. If you wanted this just to be a text box where clients type in their response, you could click on the type dropdown and choose text box. So again, with this setup as text box, that "Is your dog aggressive?" question would be showing, and a text box would be showing beneath it where a client could type in their own response. If you actually wanted to give your client a set list of choices, you could click on the type dropdown and either choose checkbox list, radio button list, or dropdown. So let's say you wanted this to be a drop-down box, just like the type drop-down box is here. So we'll choose drop-down. So with this setup as a drop-down, your clients would see the "Is your dog aggressive?" question, and they could click on the drop-down below and choose from a list of choices. You actually make those choices inside this value text box, which I'll explain in just a moment. Next area showing inside of this window is the description text area. Here you can put a description for your custom field. This would allow you to have additional information show about this custom field. So again, if you wanted to add extra information about this field, you could add that here. Lastly, depending on the type that you had chosen, you might see this additional values section showing. The value section, as I mentioned, is where you actually put your custom field choices. Each choice has to be on its own separate line. If you wanted those answers to be something like yes, no, or sometimes, you could do that from inside the values section. So again, each value would have to be on its own line, so we could do yes, no, and sometimes. So again, with me setting those up that way, that would mean that I would have 3 separate options for this is your dog aggressive question. So if a client went to fill out this custom field when it was attached to a custom form, when they're on the is your dog aggressive question, they would be able to choose yes, no, or sometimes from the drop-down. Once you are finished, you can click Save in order to create your custom field. After you've clicked Save, you should now be able to see that custom field showing inside of your appropriate view for your custom fields page. So again, because I made this a client's field, that's why it's showing inside of my client's fields view. If I went to my dog fields page, you'll notice it is not showing. So again, it only shows up in the actual fields view that you set it up for. Now that you actually have custom fields created, you should also be able to assign a favorite client and dog field as well. Inside of this page, you should be able to see an additional section titled Favorite Fields. Here you're able to assign a specific custom field. With a favorite field assigned, if you were to navigate to a client or dog specific page, it would show those favorite fields and the client responses without having to go inside the Fields tab on that page. So again, if you wanted a way to quickly view client responses to certain fields, you could set them up as a favorite client field. So all you would have to do is click on the appropriate drop-down, choose one of your custom fields, and click Save, and that would actually be set up as one of your favorite fields. So again, if I was to navigate to a client-specific page, it'd be showing this field and the response right inside the page without having to click on that Fields tab. Hopefully that helps and explains how to create a new custom field and how to assign a favorite custom field.